What's happening, everybody? I am Pruitt, and this is Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit here on whatever podcast app you freaking enjoy, and also on YouTube because there is a video version of this. Hope y'all are doing well. I am unbelievable as always, sitting here with the one and only Queen Pruitt. Y'all know her as Queen Pruitt. I know her as some other stuff like Miss ADD, Miss All Over the Place, Miss Did You Do That? Did you get that done yet? But how you be over there? Boss, I'm breathing. Yeah, because that sounds really good in all of our listeners' ears.
Oh, is that really bad? I'm sorry. I just wanted to go. See, either I was going to turn away, but then you were like, don't do that, But anyway.
Well, you got to think about it.
Hello, everybody. Hello, people who are here. Thank you for being here. I'm having a moment. I was just trying to breathe.
Just one moment, huh?
It has been a beautiful week. The sun has come out every day so far, I really focusing in on the beautiful days that we have had of sunshine and warmth on our skin. How are you doing?
I am unbelievable. Just popping in here, and I see some folks hanging out live, and we have Chickenhead21 of Twit fame says, "Hello, Queen and Aunt. Finally get to catch you two live." So
yeah,
good to see you, Chickenhead21. Good to see you.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. But yeah, I am. I'm okay. Just doing what I do as best I can. Yeah, so this week is just like any other week where we continue our grind and daily push to get to the next level in any and everything that we do. For everybody that is in here live, I forgot one little bit of a preamble. Please go ahead and hit the like button inside of YouTube. It really does help us out. So please hit that right now. Or whenever you get in here, and hit the share and subscribe and all of that good stuff too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hit share here in a second when I'm off the camera, so other folks can pop in here now, because we are a little bit earlier than usual for this is allegedly spring break. Is that right?
Allegedly. What the Allegedly?
Yeah, what are you doing to your thumb?
This is like.
Like,
I was doing that before, but I know the camera wasn't on me. I was just kidding.
That was like?
Yes, isn't that what it is? You hit the like button? Because it's either this or this. We don't want to put that up.
I don't know. I thought you were trying to flick a lighter. That's what it looked like. Like you about to pull out some smokes.
That's this like button, just thumbs up, right?
That's thumbs up. Yeah. And
it's either this or the other one. Where I'm not even gonna put the other one up there because that's not an option.
It's okay. We got this covered now. We appreciate you over there, Queen Pruitt, doing what you do best. You kill me. Gosh. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. As far as what's happening to this week, like I said, it's our typical week of just trying to do the daily push and grind to get to the next level. This is allegedly spring break. I can't really call it spring break because spring break used to mean relaxation and sort of recharging kind of thing. I don't feel like I've done that at all.
That's where the alleged comes in?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually on spring break from school.
But does it feel? I
see. No, you're right. There it is.
Wow, look at that.
There it is.
Jesus, chick.
There it is. Okay, so I've been in there working on all kinds of schoolwork during this time.
Mm-hmm.
So am I really on spring break? Have I really been on spring break? And my work schedule has not changed at all. So Am I on spring break?
It's so awesome when she finally gets there.
Yeah. I see what you mean. But allegedly, okay. I was just, the first thought was, yes, I'm on spring break. It's not, yeah, but okay.
Oh, gosh.
I've been working on schoolwork and work and housework and car work and.
What's the schoolwork? Because, you know, from last I remember, it definitely does seem like some things have ramped up for you.
They have reality.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Reality hit. As I started feeling myself. It's been a roller coaster of things, if you will. I've been feeling myself and then like, oh, no. Then, okay, well then, yeah, you got this. Okay. No. But now I think I'm on the up and up. I know I'm going to do this. I'm going to be able to do it. Yeah, of course, I'm going to have, people judging me. Mm-hmm. And if they weren't judging me, I would have an issue with it because then they wouldn't care. But
Exactly. If someone wasn't judging you one way or another, you don't have their attention.
Right. So I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to learn all of the words that I need to learn and the pattern and the good and the
You mean all the do's, thus, thous, and so forth?
No, not even just that. Hath has been a hard thing for me to say in a sentence, but the more I say hath, it's getting easier.
Yeah.
My tongue is getting used to the way it's supposed to flow out. And I've had some really cool teachers and supporters, the students, the directors. It's been really good on this spring break of learning the patterns and the beats to my role.
The patterns in the beat as in the iambic pentameter.
The iambic pentameter.
Yeah.
And on YouTube, I found a really cool elementary way of learning it. It's really
like what? What do you mean?
Well, first the teacher said to go through the monologue or the verse, Shakespeare verse, and mark the words that have more than one syllable.
Okay.
Stressed and unstressed. Go through all of that. Then it's a pattern from there. Mm-hmm. And you fill in the pattern. And most of the time it just works out. And it's worked out for me thus far. It helped me. Because I know they really tried to help me yesterday. I was really lost on our Zoom meeting, but I got there and it really made me feel better. It's going to work out. I got this. And I'm going to look back at this and say, okay, that was your lesson in Shakespeare, your crash course in Shakespeare. You got it. You know what to expect next time if you want to do it again. And move on from there.
Well, I got to tell you, I give you some credit because you're going through marking the emphasis or stress on words. Now, I just said one sentence that had different examples of how stresses or emphasis or emphasis are said, and it's still in English. I wasn't speaking another language. I was still speaking English.
Right.
But there are different places around the world that say the same daggum word that's spelled the same way, totally differently. Mm-hmm. So now you're taking that element and throwing it into some other shit that no one really uses. Iambic pentameter.
Never, ever. Nowhere, ever. And it's been...
it's been easy. Just say it.
It has been so easy.
It's been smooth.
I mean, it's a smooth transition. I got this. It's just gonna. Everybody gonna have their jaw just like, what the fuck did she just bring to this place right here in Northern California?
Well, again, to your credit, you have had a lot of support. People rooting for you far and wide. So
I really do, and I appreciate all of it, and that's what keeps me going because I cannot give up. You know, that little conversation, or what do you call it? Pillow talk.
Yeah.
Our pillow talk is so awesome.
Do you care to share the pillow talk?
Yeah, y'all want to hear the pillow talk?
Go ahead and share the pillow talk.
Let me get something to drink.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wake up this morning and the first things on my mind is what? Iambic pentameter.
Yeah.
And scansion.
Yeah. Or however you say that word.
Scansion. First thing on my mind. So I'm a little, concerned, and I look over at you and I said, you would be disappointed in me if I quit, wouldn't you? Yep. You didn't even give a beat.
I mean, do I ever?
I know. And I mean, I'm no quitter. So but I was like, it was just a thought. I would never quit, but it was just a thought, and how quickly you responded before I could even,
it was just a response too.
I understand, and I know it's real, but that was our pillow talk. I mean, that's the problem, is that was our pillow talk. That's the point I'm trying to get across here. Like, we are almost 50 years old.
I think it's quite all right myself. Yeah, that was
we pushing 50 years old.
Productive.
I think we should have different pillow talk.
Oh gosh, I thought it was.
I want to know
productive.
what kind of pillow talk y'all have in the morning.
Hey, Chickenhead, you have pillow talk? Please, you care to share your pillow talk here in the chat? I'm a little scared if someone shows up and tells us their pillow talk.
Oh, no, well.
This is the internets we're talking about here.
Yeah. Okay, well.
But no, I'm rooting for you. And no, I don't expect you to quit on this thing. I do expect you to get frustrated. I do expect you to have some really, really highs and have some really, really lows. And eventually just get to that point of just coasting, like, going through the motions, like, God, another day of rehearsal. Okay, another day of rehearsal. Yep, it's just another day of rehearsal, because that's all I do for 5-6 hours a day, or however long it is. And then it'll get to a point of little anxiety as you get closer to show day. Mm-hmm. And then it's just going to keep ramping up and ramping up and ramping up and ramping up. And then, like, either right before show day or on show day, there's going to be a moment of, oh shit, I don't care. I just whatever. Here it goes. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
that's very natural behavior.
That's what I hope happens. That is what's going to happen, because I am trying to figure out how it's going to come to me, and now that I know the rhythm, I've gone through the whole thing. I've marked it, and I watched the play in what is the very famous theater? Oh, I forgot it. The Oval?
The Oval, whatever that is.
The Oval. It's where Shakespeare did his plays. Mm-hmm. It's got meaning. Let me look.
Yeah, we just got some pillow talk here in our live chat.
Uh-oh.
It says, most of our pillow talk these days are just about the kids and our health and the health of our parents.
Thank you. That makes
it. That's I'm telling you, our pillow talk was pretty damn good. We're right on par.
We're
right here,
there.
So.
I'm glad it's not just us. That's awesome. We're excited about that. We opened our eyes, right? Like, oh, you're there? Yes, I'm here. You there? Yes, I'm here too. It's another day. Let's get it going.
Thank you for that, chicken head. Thank you for that. Good stuff.
That's
good
nice.
stuff. I want to pause for a second to take a few minutes to give a little bit of thanks to our supporters as well as help pay some bills. So we're going to pause for, just about 10 seconds or so and have y'all listen to some quick little ads to pay the bills. We'll be right back. And we are back, having ourselves our fine whiskey of choice. Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcast app you enjoy, as well as YouTube. Thank you all for being here and listening to the show and subscribing and sending feedback and telling other folks about the show. It does mean a lot. There were some things that I had put in my little notes. I write stuff down, and I'm going to put write stuff down in air quotes because I literally just stick it into a note app or I stick it into, I pretty much use Slack as my notes app or whatever. And there's been some things that's been popping up over the last several weeks. And this little bit of news here is it's a couple of weeks old, but it's still pretty relevant. And I wanted to get your take on it because it's regarding social media and it is regarding TikTok. Now, have you heard anything in the news about TikTok that you know of?
Well, I listened to your podcast with
as she picks her teeth. The one I was just recently a guest on.
Yeah. I don't want to mispronounce it.
Marina.
Franklin. Okay, Marina Franklin.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking. Oh, don't say it wrong.
She's got a good joke about her name, by the way.
It made me feel better knowing that other people didn't know things that I didn't know too, living right here with you.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that we have you because I wouldn't know otherwise not to open this or answer this or say anything or have these people in the DMs and opening it up and all these things like that. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But it's all I know is they're trying to say that we're giving our lives giving people control of our lives on TikTok because they're following us and our every move or secrets or whatever. And you talked about Amazon, the orders that we make. That's a lot of information that can tell everything about you. I didn't really dive deep into that until I was like, yes, but down to deodorant type.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a fungus on your finger or your toe and you ordering stuff for that, like it knows everything.
Yep. Well, what I was talking about, for those that don't know, is that there's a bill that's been proposed, and I don't know if it's passed just yet. And it is a bipartisan bill. What's wrong?
Because I told you that medication makes me stutter.
It's okay.
No, I don't like it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Anyway, as you see on the screen, there's a bipartisan bill that could, quote, ban TikTok in the U.S. And
because
the main reason behind it is because it is a company that is owned by a Chinese, it's a Chinese company. And it's run under the Chinese government, which has a whole set of rules that we don't live by. China is their own damn country. We are our own damn country. But, over here, people are are really, really concerned about China as a security threat to the nation.
We have security threats to our nation in our nation.
Yes, you don't say.
I mean, that's every day. It's a security threat. At school, it's a security threat. At home, it's a security threat. At your job, if somebody gets pissed off enough, it's a security threat right here.
Yes.
With people born and raised right here.
Preach.
In this United States of America, it's a security threat to walk out of your house with tanned skin, dark skin. It's a security threat to walk out of your house. It's a security threat for anything. Right here. So, I mean, it's not like the United States is for the United States, in my opinion. We all out here just trying to take care of ourselves.
Take care of as I've said, for
numero uno. And it's
for 2 decades now.
Money talks. And if you got and power, money, power, respect. Who said that? That
was Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim.
Yes, Lil' Kim had it long time ago. I didn't know. I was young. I just listened to the beat. I don't know if I really listened to the words at the time, like a strong black woman. Money, power, respect. What you need, I don't know.
It's all right.
I might have just listened to, but seriously, that is all that matters.
Yeah,
and it's we don't have to worry about, because we're not going to be able to stop having a relationship with China or any other country.
Oh, really? Well, what makes you say we won't be able to stop?
Because we haven't.
Why? What do you mean by this relationship with China? What do you mean by that? Those are some pretty strong words there, Queen Pruitt.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. This is just the feelings.
No.
I mean, everything in this world comes from China. Everything that we use and breathe.
That's exactly it.
It's unfortunate, but I look at what I have in my house right now.
Go on.
And 98% of the stuff in here, brother.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
And it's getting even worse because I know that the ones, what is that, Temu,
yeah.
all that stuff. People really love that stuff right there. They will wait for it.
Yep.
And before that, it was another Chinese company. I'm pretty sure the other one, I
can't remember the name. Is it? Oh, damn. I can't remember the name. But there's always been a handful of those types of companies.
You'll get it for cheap as hell. You might have to spend an arm and a leg for the shipping.
Even that was negligible considering what you were paying for the total cost of everything, Yeah.
I don't know. It would be everything you would be paying for is the shipping. It's like all your products were for free and you were literally just paying for shipping.
Which is a good deal.
It is. And you just have to wait, 6 months before you get this stuff in the mail. But as long as you had the patience, wait for all of your, your
and that's
happy day. That's great.
I don't mind considering we're over here on the West Coast now. It gets here pretty quick from China.
Yeah. It does. But I just know that it's like that. Everything.
We got the names of those other joints there. Yeah. Alibaba and AliExpress. Those are two, but there's at least like 3 more. Yeah.
That's who I was almost gonna, have, because I wanted the potheads. Remember the potheads?
Yeah.
I wanted to get them in bulk because I was getting robbed at buying them on Amazon.
Right.
And,
AliExpress.
but who can afford to have all of them shipped here? That I couldn't do it. Couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
I appreciate the fact that you brought up the brutal honesty and truth of the matter. Is we, as the United States, we're not going to cut our ties with China, business wise.
How can we
We're going to call them a threat and this and that. But as long as there's this little company down the road from us in Cupertino, California, that sells these chic little phone devices and these nice computers like what I'm using right here, as long as they're still here, oh yeah, somebody in the U.S. is going to be doing business with China.
Right.
You know.
So. And it's inevitable in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
it just made me laugh. I was curious to get your take, because another thing that happened with that, when the news went, pretty much worldwide, TikTok themselves, when you'd open up, I don't know if you noticed, within the last couple of days, you'd open up TikTok and it would take over your screen with pretty much like a banner ad saying, hey, you need to contact your congressman because they're trying to get rid of TikTok. Have you seen anything like that?
I haven't.
I had it happen on my phone.
I haven't.
It was quick. It wasn't intrusive. It only happened one time. And it wasn't really intrusive. It just sort of popped up and it looked like an ad, but it was from TikTok. And they're saying, hey, contact your congressman. And so at the time when all of this stuff went down, people were reaching out to their local congressman here in the United States. And some of that could have been seen as, hey, good on you, TikTok, for trying to spread the truth of the matter. But it also sort of proved the point of the U.S. government saying, hey, this company's just got too much control over us here. And already getting into their phone and letting them see stuff like this.
The United States just jealous. If anything, they want the information, but they don't want to share it with others because they got it.
Exactly. Everybody has our data.
We have no
yeah. Everybody has our data. And a lot of times our data is in somebody else's hands, and it just sort of goes over our head because they'll stick these long terms of services on the screen that they expect you to read, and it's all in legalese that nobody's going to read, And I've read a couple of those things a time or two because I have no life, and it is shit-tastic what a lot of those companies have asked for in the past.
It's no different than the movie V. Because, and I say that because
it's a great movie. It's the perfect movie for this. Yes,
that area over there. Yes, like they tell you to go to bed.
It's like you're right at the port. Yep, we are. We're right at the port, so we can get AliExpress really quick here.
Everybody you don't have any privacy.
No,
there's no privacy. There's no privacy.
Privacy. Did you just throw in a privacy?
I did. There's no privacy and there's no privacy.
Oh my! You've really been dealing with all of this Shakespearean shit. Good gosh, man, it's starting to sound like a Brit. Oh, but yeah, I thought that story was interesting. There was some other stuff in here too. I wanted to bring to your attention, and this hit close to home. So let's see. All right, let me see if I can pull it up on the screen here. And it says the Kellogg CEO, boy, oh boy, faces backlash over his, quote, cereal for dinner remarks. And basically what he was saying was we're struggling from a nation far as the economy goes and this and that. And we should, if we have to, have cereal for dinner as well as for breakfast. And it made me think, first off, dude, do you know how much friggin' cereal costs?
Especially now.
Cereal
used to be,
dude.
It used to be, it's not anymore. So
cereal ain't cheap. And then secondly, I'm like, okay, so
you can get some processed shit for the same price as cereal.
And secondly, I'm like, all right, Mr. CEO of Kellogg, is your punk ass going to eat cereal for breakfast and dinner? Probably not. He's probably not even eating it for breakfast.
He probably didn't eat cereal.
No, none. Exactly. So I saw that, and yes, this cat should get the backlash. I would have fired him if it were me. If I was the board, I'd have fired his ass because cereal is, oh gosh, it is such a low barrier to entry into the po folks' wallet. It's easy money for these companies.
Especially the
easy money for the hood.
It is, especially the Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, that's easy cash that they're going to make. And he could have just kept his mouth shut and they would have continued to rake it in.
Sweet.
After feeding us all of this poisonous food.
Because we think we're getting full with milk and sugar.
You know, and yes, we will eat cereal here in this household, but I could. But it is very, very rare. We started cutting it back years ago with our boys, because you know, fortunately we did more research and saw that cereal is fine if you want a sugar rush, you know, and I pretty much just ate Wheaties, which isn't the best, but it is a good fiber source for me. I'm pretty conscious about getting my fiber, but that's about it when it comes to cereal. It's very, very few and far between coming into this household, but I still think back to my childhood, and you know, my mom's working 3 jobs at one particular time, meaning she didn't have any money. So there were some times where she wasn't able to cook, or she didn't have the money to buy other food. So we would have breakfast for dinner. Okay, but when this cat's talking about
everybody does that, right?
But hold on. So when this cat talking about having breakfast for dinner, cereal was the last thing that came from my mind.
Exactly, wasn't mine too. I'm thinking about some grits,
right?
And eggs.
Give me some good old grits. Give me some eggs and something like that. That's going to give me some legit sustenance, if you will,
have me full for a little bit.
Right, and
cereal was not it.
No. And we would have grits, eggs, or whatever, and it wasn't a lot of sugary kind of stuff.
No, we had to add sugar. The cornflakes actually is what I
remember doing
came up on. I didn't come up on Frosted Flakes already.
I remember that.
We frosted our flakes. Right. We frosted our cornflakes. Man. You know, I remember pouring the sugar on top of, pouring the sugar on top of the cereal.
Yes,
and
that
then
too.
Didn't even matter if it was melted or anything.
No,
we just poured the milk on top of there and just went crunch with the sugar.
All the granules.
All of it crunching, all of it. But it was sweet. Wow, we ate pure granulated sugar
for breakfast, man. Yes.
Oh wow.
Ain't that shit crazy?
It is. Because what was the oats? What was that?
What oats? Like oat?
Because it was
Cheerios.
It was cornflakes.
Cornflakes, yeah.
There had to be something nutritional in the cornflakes.
The only nutritional value in it was the extra 200% of starch you got, because it's corn. Starch and sugar. That was all that's in that shit.
Corn made it sound good.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Because it was not good. And
it was quite controversial. I remember doing the pouring the sugar on cornflakes too, because my one grandmother in Clemson, she had health concerns, so she was really particular about her diet. Mm-hmm. And if she was particular about her diet, that meant we were particular about
of course.
our diet too, because we weren't paying for shit. And she would have those regular Kellogg's cornflakes, and I remember going to the sugar bowl and dumping sugar on top of these things. Like these cornflakes don't taste right, you know, because we would still call Frosted Flakes cornflakes.
Yeah,
you know,
we did.
But again,
because that was that not the generic brand?
Yeah, the generic brand was cornflakes for us, but it would say frosted cornflakes or something like that. Frosted would be in some little tiny print or what have you, if I remember it right. But the whole breakfast for dinner thing was totally fine in our book, and it looks like the live stream agrees with us. I see, breakfast for dinner was bacon and eggs, and it was often says chicken head. And he says he never thought about cereal either. Exactly. And
No.
Della May's in the house. Hey, Della, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, gosh. Oh, and it says Rice Krispies. Remember Rice Krispies? Because none of them joints had sugar on them either.
Oh, my goodness. What the hell were we eating?
Rice Krispies didn't have sugar on it either.
We were eating Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
For breakfast. That's what we were eating for breakfast. They were corned Pop Rocks. You poured the milk in there. Oh, listen for it.
Oh, gosh.
That's what I look at. Oh, that stuff was just awful for us. It was just, it had to be cheap.
Yeah. And I think that's the whole point of this story is this CEO of this big ass company that's just making $1 gazillion off of
a cereal,
off of po folks, like us. Well, we're not poor, but we've been there, and just sort of saying, hey, let's double down on eat more cereal, and really give yourself diabetes at an accelerated rate. Just a shit show.
It's definitely our community. Because that's the first thing that we'll go to at night when you want something sweet and crunchy.
I swear,
and you have that in the house. It used to be like that, but now it's not for me because I can't have milk or the oats or wheat or grains and any of that stuff. So
I swear, I wish that I could have been in that room when this cat said this stuff and just been able to ask them straight up, well, what do you eat for breakfast?
Yes. I'm just curious. Who makes your breakfast for you? And what are you eating?
And then say, when do you eat your cereal? Because they'd probably be like, well, I eat Kellogg's, and he'd be like, no, I don't eat that shit.
No, he would. No comment. No comment.
They're not gonna... man. Oh, dude. Grape nuts. You remember grape nuts?
I didn't know. That's a name brand, so I don't know about grape nuts. I can't really say that.
I've had them, and this is spot on. Chicken Head says grape nuts was like eating rocks. And oh gosh, those things, you would think you were chewing on a nut from a green or a white grape. I mean, they were tiny, 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 and they were like little pebbles.
Pellets.
Were they
hard?
Freaking hard.
Oh, they were hard. But what did they taste like though?
Nothing. It's just fiber. It's just fiber stuff. It was horrible. So horrible. Yeah, and the CEO is probably getting some poached eggs and caviar, says Chicken Head. I totally agree.
Not doing it. Let me just stick with I like grits.
Yeah. Which is accessible over here in California. It took us a minute to find them, but we get it now. Thank goodness.
It was a concern at one point.
Yeah, we were a little nervous. It
was a huge concern. Like, what? Are you serious?
Oh gosh,
that was one.
Della says grape nuts on yogurt. Yeah. Oh god, that I already hate yogurt, but I eat it, and now you're throwing grape nuts on it. Ugh, man.
It's the texture thing. I bet you it's the texture because a lot of people.
Well, let me. I'll take that back.
Want
Greek
to
yogurt.
eat yogurt or what have you, but it's a texture thing for me. And when I was able to put some sweet granola in there,
some sugar shit in it.
Yes,
basically,
it's easier to eat. So,
oh gosh, you're killing me.
There was that cereal that was in a circle, but it was like granola. I like that cereal.
Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, it was like a thick
I know what you're talking about. O's.
Yes,
honey
but it
bunches of oats. O's. Honey bunch. No, it's honey O's. It's like honey, but it was just. It was O.
A O.
Yeah, and it had little grains and
granola
shit
bar.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought it was just called like honey O's or something like that.
It was not like a.
Damn it!
Where's Cheerio?
Where's my Google? I
don't remember the name.
Check this stuff. It's all good.
It is.
You're watching everyday people and listening to Everyday People podcast. Thank you all for being here on this fine Wednesday.
Thank you.
It really does mean a lot.
It does.
We're going to pause here for a quick moment just to pay some bills, or attempt to pay some bills with some automatic ads, because, you know, this is good old free entertainment. So we shall be right back. And we are back. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hitting share, like, and subscribe in whatever app you're using right now, preferably YouTube. So YouTube will continue to send us some love and get other folks checking out the show. I'm Aunt Pruitt. She's Phoebe Pruitt, also known as Queen Pruitt. We're just sitting here talking random everyday shit like everyday people should do. The last thing I wanted to bring up, this is good old March Madness. You do know what March Madness is, right?
Yes, basketball.
Yes, good. She got that right. Thank goodness. I wish I had a ding bell for her. March Madness. There's a story going on in the good old state of South Kakalaki, with the University of South Carolina. And all right, everybody knows that I am a Clemson fan, and I got no love for the University of South Carolina and the Gamecocks. Screw them. But with that said, I do love Dawn Staley. She is their coach. I hate she coaches there, but that's who gave her the opportunity. And oh, you said crackling. So that.
It is.
It was the squares. All right, so she did. Let me cut to the camera since you went on Lady AD on me. Show the camera.
I had to because I wanted to. It's crackling oat bran. You're right. Okay. This is the type of cereal that I loved.
All right, so Chicken Head 21 for the win.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But anyway, Dawn Staley coaches the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team. Mm-hmm. And I root for Dawn Staley just because of what she's done in the game of college basketball all the way back in her playing days. I used to love watching her and the Twins when they played at UVA back in the 90s. Just been a big fan. Mm-hmm. And now she's got a national championship and she's on the verge for a perfect season in the playoffs and whatnot. And she made the news for writing this letter. I thought it was hilarious. So let me pull this letter up here. It says, "To whom it may concern, please accept this letter as a formal notification that so-and-so will be unable to report to work on Friday, March 22nd, 2024. As a valued employee, I realize that their absence may cause a disruption in efficiency and productivity, but this is a serious matter. After a back-to-back undefeated regular season and winning our 8th SEC tournament championship in the last 10 seasons, Gamecock women's basketball team is taking the next step in its destiny to compete for another national title. We simply can't do it without our fams," in all caps. "In fact, you should lead by example and take the day off too and make plans to join us at the Colonial Life Arena for the first round of the NCAA March Madness in our beautiful capital city. With love for the game, the grind, and the sacrifice. Coach Dawn Staley."
Wow. And you know what? People, they probably are doing it.
Oh gosh. But that's the letter she wrote and posted and sent out. And that's pretty good, man. I respect that. Question for you. Are you someone that would miss work for a sporting event? Yes or no? Is it that important to you?
It's not a yes or no question.
Not a yes or no? Really?
Not for me.
It just sort of depends?
Yeah, for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But other than that.
Well, I've always said that we here in the United States, football is the number one sport. Baseball is the number one pastime, but football is the number one sport. Mm-hmm. And we have Super Bowl Sunday every year. Mm-hmm. And we've discussed the Super Bowl and just how big it is magnitude wise with the ads and how much people spend for 30-second ads and all of that. And
wherever it is makes lots of money.
Right. And then the dreadful Super Bowl parties.
Yep.
You know, I've always said
dreadful Super Bowl parties.
Are they not dreadful?
It depends on your age, because I remember once upon a time the Super Bowl parties were fun for me because I didn't care for football, so I didn't care. I would go to a party where the game might have been on, but if those people didn't care about it, then it was just a party. Yeah,
you're one of them people I didn't like. So
well, that's why we didn't meet until we were supposed to.
No, I hate Super Bowl parties, but I've always said that Super Bowl Monday should be a national holiday.
Super Bowl Monday.
Yes.
The Sunday after. Well, it's
right,
Monday after Sunday.
Let me give her a second to catch up, y'all.
Listen, wait a minute. But that would mean that Super Bowl would have to be a holiday.
Listen, okay, and that's fine. Most of the time, there are people that work on Sundays, but there's a majority of people that don't work on Sunday, right? Unless they're in retail or in the service industry, most people aren't working on Sundays, majority wise, right?
Mm-hmm. So Monday would give them that day off.
I would say we should have a Super Bowl Monday holiday, the day after the Super Bowl,
for those people who could not be off on the weekend.
Well, no, it's not that, because of the Super Bowl parties and the Super Bowl in general. It takes a lot of energy. Think about the people that do all of these drunken Super Bowl parties. And let me put it this way. You're running a business and you need to get widgets made every week. Okay. Your staff is going to watch the Super Bowl over the weekend. They're going to come to work Monday morning shit-faced. And you need them to make their widgets, and they are just dragging ass.
Well, maybe they put into their hours throughout the year towards being off on Super Bowl Monday.
No, let's just make it a national holiday. We got all these other shit-tastic national holidays.
No, because it doesn't matter.
Remember Singles Awareness Day? We were off of Singles Awareness Day. Remember that shit?
But of all the holidays and everything, I'm thinking about the careers that I've had to work all the time. There were no days off. I worked in healthcare. I worked in...
But you were in the service industry. That's what I'm saying.
Service industry, yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Didn't matter to you.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
All right, we all get it now. Nothing means a hill of beans unless it affects Queen Pruitt.
Absolutely, because I've worked with the public. I've worked in service industry. I haven't worked in retail per se. Well, I did at one point. I've done everything. I thought you did it for like a day. Target. Right? I had a lot of jobs for one day, and that is. I'm not joking when I say that. No
exaggeration.
None at all whatsoever. We lost count after like 178 jobs. There's not too many places.
Jamaicans look at you and it's like, damn.
Everybody used to say that too, for real. Everybody used to say that. I would have every job and I would work and when you made me mad, okay, I don't want to work here anymore. And I can get another job. I can always get another job. And I did. Always get another job. And yes, I did work in retail. I was a switchboard operator at Target.
Looks like the live stream stopped on us for a minute. I don't know how long it stopped, but it should be up now.
Cheers.
That's weird. Yeah, I see it now. Sorry about that. And in the live chat, they're saying, yeah, it looks like Big Cereal strikes again. So I guess when we were talking about...
Oh, we can't talk shit about people. Okay, we take all of that back. We're going to go back to being everyday people and not even talk about the market of other people.
That's going to make this edit interesting. Nah, it shouldn't. It's all good. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I guess talking about cereal pissed a lot of people off. But anyway, we're actually pretty close to the end of the show, so it's all good. Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you.
And pinging us here in the chat that, hey, the stream stopped. Not sure why. Okay, so before we get out of here, I want to mention...
my camera's dead.
Your camera's dead? How's your camera dead? I see you.
No, this one in front of me.
It is?
This one.
Oh, the monitor. That's not a camera. That's a monitor.
Oh, sorry, the monitor. That's a monitor. The monitor is off.
Okay. I didn't charge the battery, so it's fine. It's all good.
Okay.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Dadgummit, squirrel. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Marina Franklin, as you mentioned earlier. She had me on her show, yes. Friends Like Us. Marina is a comedian. She's a writer. She's an actress, just a creator at large. And I found her just at random on Amazon. I watched her special. And I became a fan, and I saw her on social media, and I liked the stuff that she was putting on social media. And then she started posting that she had her own podcast. So I listened to the podcast, and it was good. It was very, very good vibes, and focusing a lot on the Black community, as well as focusing a lot on Black women in the community and the struggles that they deal with on a daily basis. And she's getting a lot of inspirational people into that show. They always have a lot of good stories, and they're not all comedians, but it is a lot of comedians because they are pretty tight knit in that niche. And comedians are some broken people. When you talk about people that have some legit issues with mental health, and man, comedians are pretty scary.
Yeah, I know, because I'm a comedian, you know.
You're a comedian?
I have so many broken spirits.
You're a comedian?
Yes, I'm a comedian in my very own special, minute way. I am. I am a comedian.
Yeah,
and,
you're special, all right.
We have to deflect. We have to.
Yeah.
We want to be liked, so we make people laugh.
Mm-hmm. Pull your mic closer a little bit, but yeah, I was
you
on there.
You want to make people laugh anyway. You want people to be happy when you're around them.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I love the job that I do. Ugh, my goodness, I meet some amazing people, intriguing people. Like I really do. Even
with hideous toes.
No, I haven't had any of those. No, that was the only one time. That only happened one time.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Nah, I know. I get it.
Yeah, no. Everything else is just, you know, I need a pedicure. Like mine going into a chair right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
How you gonna say it's pretty bad? You see my feet?
No, I don't see them. Nope, not at all.
Nope.
What's coming up for you this week? Before we get out of here, anything you'd like to share, plug, or what have you?
I really am a little curious to people. I know how I was raised. Okay, you go out to a store, you buy a comforter, you buy sheets, you buy pillowcases, you buy towels for your kitchen, you buy towels for your bathroom, hand towels, all of those things. I want to know that if you go out to these places, buy these, do you take them home, put them straight in the wash machine? Wash them before you put them out for display, for use, all of the above. Like, I'm curious because, you know, sometimes I'm torn. Sometimes I really want to have
excuse me,
so-and-so right then. and I don't want to go through the motions of washing it. But then my ancestors whisper in my ear, like, you better wash that shit before you put that on your bed. You know? So I'm just curious if other people... Yes, I feel really guilty if I don't. I feel really guilty if I don't wash my sheets, if I don't wash the comforter, all these things before I use it.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if that's the way it was in a lot of other people's homes.
That's an interesting question.
It is.
As I'll tell you right now, I'm the last person you should ask.
I know. I didn't. That's why I didn't. That's why I asked everybody else.
I eat shit off the ground, off the floor. And
you gonna take it right out of the package and put it right like this, like we put this on this chair right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it right out of the package and just throw it on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable doing that with my sheets that I'm going to get in bed with. That's weird.
Well, you do have one answer here coming in from Chicken Head. It says, "Yep," with an exclamation point. I do the same thing with clothes buy with the clothes buys too. So
wash them. That's what's up.
You're a weirdo, Chicken Head.
And coming up this week, I don't have a lot going on other than, after spring break ends Friday, and come Tuesday is back to school. It's back to the grind.
Yeah. Going
back to work, doing what I do, being favored, and just making things happen in a positive way. I just trying to stay on the positive end of everything.
Good.
And
as you should. Sometimes
I might have moments where I know how I'm feeling on the inside. So this past week, I put up a post of a cat that looked, not jovial. But what I said out into the atmosphere is, I'm fine. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed because I can't put the other part out there like I want to, because if I do over and over, I know my mental health will go into a dark place. Like, no, you can't. So I have to keep saying that over and over. Just like I say, I'm going to be a paid actor. I'm going to be a paid actor. You know, a lot of people don't believe that, but I have to keep telling myself over and over, now, this is what you want to be, and you will do it because you want to do it. And I want to tell everybody that I'm right here. I don't care what the dreams are. If you want to do it and you still got to work full time so you can pay the bills, just do it. Yeah. It's not easy. Nothing that you want is and worth anything is going to be easy. So if if I can do it, you can do it. Plus, I did not make it through to through the whole Lent process.
That still makes me laugh. I can't say I'm sorry because it still makes me laugh.
I didn't make it, but it's all good, That stuff by mouth is just not for everybody. It's not. Gosh. Edibles, drinkables.
Yeah. For those that don't know,
swallowables.
Shout out to
are not for everybody.
Mr. Leica Joe showing up. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, man. But for those who don't know, her whole Lent mission was to not inhale. But then she figured out that we do have to inhale just to live. But no, it was another meaning.
Inhale cannabis.
Hole of the rat hole. You got to go back about 2 episodes to catch up on that story. It's
I didn't make
doozy. It is a doozy.
Yeah, I did not make it. So, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I made it a long time. That was at least 2-3 weeks.
It wasn't 3, dear. Nice try. Nah.
What was it? Was it
Nah, you made it.
two and a half?
You made it a little while.
It was longer than I can.
I give you credit.
Yeah.
I give you credit.
Well, thank y'all for being here. And that's it. We're just going to go out here and make it a great week. Thank you for tuning in a little bit early, but I'm pretty sure that next show will be back at the later hours.
Yeah.
After rehearsal.
No spring break.
And I'm going to need all of the support I can get from all of you all for my Shakespeare role.
You'll get it. People are definitely rooting for you. I see it quite a bit. Even our good friend Cindy in the Carolinas there, and she's rooting for you. But as she says to me here on Twitter, I won't put it up on the screen because she's a private account. But she said, "I'm a week behind, but one musical night is plenty." #Team Ant.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up.
Oh gosh, Cindy, I love you.
Yeah, but y'all football people, so whatever. I get it.
Oh man, you were saying something, and I know I said we're going to try to wrap this up here, but when you were talking about the comedians and the worries and stuff like that, I think I was in I may have been in a forum or something I was reading, and someone said along the lines that, I worry about so-and-so, or I worry about my partner, I worry about my spouse, I worry, and I had to think back, and I was like, man, I probably need a psychotherapist, because I can't remember a time where I said myself, I'm worried about you to someone. You know what I mean?
Me either.
You can't either. So, okay, it's not just me.
No, I don't.
But there are people in this world.
What do you mean worry about?
Okay,
worry about
even
anything?
Anything. I mean, even like if someone has a bereavement, someone dies in their family or what have you, I never have said, my best friend, his son just died. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a couple of weeks ago, but I never said, I'm worried about you, homie. Mm-hmm. When that happened, it never crossed my mind, never crossed my heart, mm-hmm. But there are a lot of people in that instance, they will genuinely be worried about their best friend. And I'm like, is something wrong with me? Because do I need a psychotherapist? I don't
think that, because I don't worry about these things unless I find a reason to worry. Mm. Like if I know that something bad has happened, something, horrible has happened in somebody's life that is, it's just living its life. Mm-hmm. And, I have contact with them again after the fact, and I listen to the tone, or I feel like something might be off, then maybe, but no news is good news in this world. It's unfortunate, but
good point.
If you don't know, if nobody tells you that you need to be concerned, why would you make it into a concern? Just because it's the negative world we live in, or
I don't know. I don't know, but that hit me just a couple of days ago. I wish I could remember what it was I was reading.
I don't feel like I worry about you, but I feel like I throw up. I always am constantly throwing out good vibes. Oof. Bless him. Mm-hmm. I do that a lot, but I don't. If I feel like I need to be concerned about anything, it's like, I don't know what's going on, but you do, God. So I let it go. But I don't feel like I've ever had to worry.
So I don't need a psychotherapist?
I don't think so. Is that how you feel about me?
No.
What?
No, I don't think you need a psychotherapist. If that's what
I'm
you're asking.
saying, do you feel like you have to worry about me unless
No,
I give you reason to feel like you have to worry about me?
You and I have gone through a gazillion things up and down, in the middle, and so forth. But I don't think I've ever said I am worried about you.
No,
I don't think
even when my dad passed, we handled that. It was like I don't think I went through a phase where you said you were worried about me during that time.
Yeah, I don't think I've.
And that was hard. And
I know it was hard. I know it was. But
That's
again, it makes me wonder: is that normal?
I don't think so. I think it's fine because it's all in what you put out there. If I don't make you feel like you should worry about something that you should or whatever, then I don't think so. But at the same time, if you can offer your input, you can offer your condolences, you can offer everything. But
I do that.
At some point, there's a cutoff that you have no control over anyway. Yeah. So why would you continue to worry?
Yeah, but again,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I just can't think of a time where I legit said, man, I'm worried about XYZ or so-and-so. I don't.
Everybody doesn't worry the same. And then their worry might not be the same definition as your worry.
That's true, too. Some people's worry is just they're nosy.
Yes. My concern about you, because I don't know what's going on.
So, yeah. Some of it
I don't know what's going on with you.
Just or nosy.
You are in this horrible situation, and how are you going to continue to move forward?
Tell me so I know.
Tell me, because I just need to know. This happened to you. How in the world do you still have your head held high?
Oh, gosh.
Isn't that awful? But that's a lot. That has a lot to do with everything in life. This happened to you, and this happened to you, and this happened to you. How in the world are you still standing? Why is that a thing? You're supposed to be broken by now.
Yeah. Oh, I just killed your camera.
That's it. That's a sign. It's time to go. It's time to go. Thank you all.
Oh, man.
And I got new followers this week.
New followers on what?
On Instagram and TikTok.
I'm seeing some chats here. Again, Mr. Leica Joe showed up. Thanks for being here. Chickenhead said, thank you, Queen Ant, in live chat. Never thought I'd have so much fun.
I'm glad you're having fun. That makes me feel really awesome.
No, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Never thought I'd have so much fun talking about cereal. I hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend. And I know Ant loves his musicals. Wink. You smart ass. Smart ass. Good grief. But you said you got more followers on Instagram? Is that what you're saying?
It was our dear friend. Wait a minute.
How do they follow you on Instagram? What's your handle?
I am all_things_Phoebes1.
Also known as, I'll put a link in the show notes. All right, I'm cutting away from you, folks. Thanks for being here. Because I don't know what she got going on over there, but thanks for being here tonight here on Everyday People Doing Everyday Shit. We appreciate all of the support that you all offer us, be it you hit the like button on the screens right now, or you hit the share button to tell other folks about us whenever you listen to it, because we know some of you don't catch the show live. We know some of you don't catch it the day that it freaking goes out in the podcatchers, because you got a life and sometimes you just can't get to it right then. But either way, whenever you listen to the show, please take a moment and say, hey, I need to share this show with some other folks out there, and tell everybody about us. Tell them they can find us pretty easily on our website at pruitt.com/podcast. You could search here on YouTube. You could search on any of the podcatchers. Pretty easy to get a hold of us. And we got audio versions as well as video versions. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for all of the folks that are a part of our Patreon. Thank you for being there and supporting us there. That's antpruitt.com/Patreon or patreon.com/antpruitt. Either one takes you to the same spot. If you want to buy us beer, you can go to antpruitt.com/beer because I do drink beer.
But I cannot if I don't have to.
Yeah, you can't. Your belly gets all bad, unfortunately. Bless your heart. If you're interested in some photography prints, I thought I was going to work on that new print here this week, but I've been busy. I actually thought I was going to have some time, but no. Some folks say spring break is more time to do shooting. So I had to shoot a lot more high school sports this week. So I've been a little busy with that editing process and whatnot. And I did shoot that for that vineyard the other day too. So I've been a little busy with that stuff. But I will continue to work on getting more stuff up there for prints. So antpruitt.com/prints, which offers my photography for your walls, for your best friend's walls, for your favorite bar. If you want to put something up at your favorite bar, you could do that. Or if you're just interested in if you're interested in jigsaw puzzles, some of my art is available in jigsaw puzzles at a much lower price, if you will, and they're fun. I've seen them and I've tried them out, and they're quite cool. So check that out, antpruitt.com/prints. Follow us on the social medias. She is all _ what is it again?
All _things_Phoebes1.
Yeah, that's on Instagram. And then
I might need to change that. Is that too much going on?
I think so, but we can get into that. We'll figure out what's available. But in the meantime, I will at least have her Instagram account linked there in the show notes, as well as her TikTok. You can follow me on the social medias. I am ant_Pruitt. I'm pretty much on all of those platforms out there. I'm only using, I use X for the most part because that's where my engagement comes from. I still use Instagram because engagement comes there, and I sell prints there on both of them, actually. So yeah, that's why I use those platforms. I still use X and still use Instagram because it leads to sales. That's what matters for me right now. Yeah, so give me a follow there, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Coming up Friday, we have my office hours, which is a live stream where I just sit here and answer questions from you, the community, regarding photography, video, content creation, random tech shit, random life shit. It's been a lot of fun. We did some hands-on stuff last week. Some questions came in about white balance, and I gave some examples and walked them through the process, and they were quite grateful for it. And it really warmed my heart to know that, I helped someone out in that hour of time. So check that out here on the YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed and got notifications on there. All right, everybody. Thank you again to my man, Mr. Pantherware Radio, and all you do for our music. And thank y'all for just being good old you. We're going to get on up out of here. Create and dominate. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else.